So today we're going to be doing dividing mixed numbers. This is going to be the last chapter of the year. So this is really similar to our other previous couple, kind of has the same thing to do with multiplying mixed numbers, then also dividing fractions. So just kind of combining those two concepts. So I'm going to start off with the example they gave at the top of page 287. Under step 1, step 2, and step 3. So I have 12 1/2 divided by 3 3/4. Okay, so first thing, same rule like we do in multiplying, is we have to make this into improper fractions. Okay, so here 2 times 12 is 24, plus 1, 25. Denominator stays the same. And then here, 3 times 4 is 12, plus 3 is 15. And then denominator stays the same. Okay? Here, we're going to do the same rule that we have with dividing fractions, where we're going to flip the second number and multiply. Okay, so I'm going to flip that second number and multiply. Now I can reduce, so 2 goes into both of these, so 2 divided by 2 is 1, 4 divided by 2 is 2, 5 can go into both of these, so 25 divided by 5 is 5, 15 divided by 5 is 3, so 5 times 2 is 10, and then 1 times 3 is 3. Now a lot of you left yours in an improper fraction, and you actually cannot do that. So 3 goes into 10 3 times. You have 1 left over, denominator stays the same, okay? And you can work that out as a problem as well, but you're probably pretty used to doing these by now. So again, 3 goes into 10 3 times, that would be 9. So you have 1 left over, denominator stays the same. So we're good here. And if you want to check your work, you could go 3 times 3 is 9, plus 1 is 10, which is here. And then you have the 3, which denominator stays the same. Okay. All right, I'm going to do a couple examples here. So I'm going to look at number 1. So I have 1 3/4 divided by 4 2/3. Okay, so 4 times 1 is 4, plus 3 is 7. Okay, 3 times 4 is 12, plus 2 is 14. Okay, so now I'm going to have to flip that second number and multiply. 7 over 4, flip that second number and multiply. Awesome, I have one in common, so I'm going to reduce. 7 can go into 7 once, 7 can go into 14 twice. Multiply across, 7 times 3 is 3, or sorry, 1 times 3 is 3, 4 times 2 is 8. And because this is proper, we are good to go with just that there. Okay? And I'm going to do one more of these regular ones, and then I'm going to do a little bit more of a challenging one. All right, let's do number 3. We have 3 3/4 divided by 1 1/2. Okay, so again, 4 times 3 is 12, plus 3 is 15. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3. Okay, so using those previous lessons, now we're going to have to make it into a multiplication. And remember, to do that, we want to flip that second number and multiply. Okay. So here we have 2 in common. So 2 times 1 is 1, 4 times 2 is 2. Here we have 3 in common. 3 divided by 3 is 1, 15 divided by 3 is 5. So when we multiply across, 5 times 1 is 5, 2 times 1 is 2, and then 2 can go into 5 2 times, 2 times 2 is 4, then you have 1 left over, denominator stays the same. Okay? All right, and then let's try one of the more complicated ones. All right, let's look at number 26. We have 6 and 2 over 3 minus 3 and 1/2 divided by 1 and 1/2. Okay, so again, I'm going to do where I go one on top of the other because that's the way I personally think subtracting is a lot easier than adding. Okay, so got to find that common denominator between 2 and 3, which would be 6. Okay, remember whatever you do on the bottom, you must do on the top. Whatever you do on the bottom, you must do on the top. Okay, so now we're going to subtract. So 6 minus 3 is 3. 4 minus 3 is 1. Denominator stays the same. So you don't even have to borrow on this one. Okay, not done quite yet. Then we have to divide by this number. So 1 and 1/2. So I'm actually going to continue it up here. So now I have 3 and 1 over 6 divided by 1 and 1/2. Make those into a mixed number. So 6 times, or improper fraction, 6 times 3 is 18 plus 1 is 19. 2 times 1 is 2 plus 1 is 3. Move me up here. And then now do 19 over 6. Flip that second number and multiply. 6 and 2 have 2 in common, so 2 divided by 2 is 1. 6 divided by 2 is 3. So we have 19 over 9. 9 goes into 19 twice, which would be 18. 1 left over, denominator stays the same. So a little more work on that one, but totally fine. All right, and that is pretty much the lesson. So kind of tying in all those concepts that we've learned over the previous chapters. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask Mrs. Barron or I. And have a great day today. See you later. Bye.